TD improves the first class travel Visa Infinite card. RBC extends their big 70,000 point bonus, and get ready to redeem your air miles in February. All this and more on Rewards Canada's This Week in Rewards for January 24th, 2025. If you're looking to make the most of your loyalty rewards and credit card program rewards, you've come to the right place. This is your weekly dose of loyalty rewards, travel, and credit card happenings in Canada from Canada's original points and miles resource. I'm your host, Patrick, and we'll kick things off with credit cards. So the TD First Class Visa Infinite card, which is a long-standing, it's a veteran card of the market. It's been around for quite a long time now. Actually received a few changes a few years back. I think it was 2022 or so. And now it's receiving even more changes. It's getting airport lounge access with 4 free passes every year and some accelerated earn rates. One thing I've always said about this card is that they call it first class travel, and yet it did not have any first class travel benefits. Now, airport lounge access, you may not say, well, that's not really first class, but hey, it's better than what it had before, and it's inching towards that point of what the name of the card is. And the fact that you get 4 free passes a year is great as well. Now, all of the changes that are happening in the card will kick in on April 30th, 2025. But you don't have to wait until then to get the card. And in fact, I'd probably recommend getting it sooner than later, because right now it comes with a super big bonus of 135,000 points, which is worth up to $675 of travel. And it's a full $675 when redeemed for Expedia for TD, or $540 when you redeem for any other travel. And the reason why it's the full amount is because you don't pay an annual fee on the card in the first year. And of course, if you have one of TD's higher up banking packages like the all-inclusive package, you'll have the annual fee covered every year, so it's free every year. All right, so let's look at these changes a little more closely. So like I said, it's get airport lounge access, so it's getting the Visa Airport Companion program. So that's pretty much the standard program that you find on some Visa Infinite cards and then all the Visa Infinite Privilege cards in Canada. This is operated by Dragon Pass, and the benefit covers the primary card holder's annual membership in the program. Typically that's $99 US, that's what it's worth. And then it also gives you those 4 free passes annually. Now, when you don't have those passes, but you have Dragon Pass membership, you have to pay US $32 to get into a lounge. So those 4 free passes cover $32 4 times. US, that is. So you're getting $128 in value just from those passes as well. Once you do use up all the passes, it doesn't forbid you from going to the lounge anymore. You go, but you pay that discounted rate of that US $32 to get in. That's a decent discounted rate nowadays, because a lot of the lounges are asking between $50 to $60 Canadian to visit them. So it gives you, I don't know with the exchange rate off the top of my head here. So you're paying less than $50. I'll tell you that. I'm not going to do the math right now, right here. But yeah, so that's the lounge access. So a great benefit to the card. So the next change on the card too are increased earn rates. So it's going to receive a new accelerator for public transit purchases. So you're going to earn 6 TD rewards points per dollar spent, with an annual cap of $25,000 for that category. It's also receiving accelerated earn rates for streaming, digital gaming, and media purchases. So this is going to be at 4 points per dollar spent, and that has a annual cap of $25,000, which is shared with its already accelerated earn rate on pre-authorized purchases. And then they're adding drinking establishments to the accelerated earn rates for grocery and restaurants. So bars and things like that will now earn 6 TD reward points per dollar spent, and that's capped at $25,000, along with the restaurants and groceries all in that same cap. So the good news here though is everything else on the card stays the same, except for interest rates and some extra little fees that they're adding. But if you're somebody who pays your bills off every month, you pay off your credit card every month, and you do balance transfers, things like that, those extra interest rates and fees aren't going to bother you at all. So it is 100% an improvement to the card. No devaluation to it. Now, there was some talk about a devaluation to the any travel at any time redemption option. That's not the Expedia for TD option, but the any travel anytime. So this is the 250 points to $1 that you basically go out and book travel on the card. Once it shows up on your account, you redeem the points against that charge. That has not changed. What TD did was simplified the terms and conditions for all other redemption options on the card. And so people, I understood it. They mistook it as being that they devalued everything else and made it 400 points to 1. What they've done is put in terminology saying the minimum redemption for other redemptions is 400 points to 1, and that covers everything. So they might have a reward option that's 350 to 1, another one that's 300 to 1, or in this case, any travel, anytime, 250 to 1 remains there. And what that term and condition, it just covers all those different options, which you'll find on the TD Rewards site. And they even posted this in their FAQs on the card changes, saying that the any travel at any time option is not changing. Is simply the extra wording in the terms and conditions was deleted, I think just to simplify it so people don't get as confused. I guess it always leaves the door open that they can change that rate, but for the time being, it still remains 250 points to 1. So it's a quite a good any travel, anytime card. Of course, you get the best value redeeming for Expedia for TD. So yeah, so those are the changes on the TD First Class Travel Visa Infinite card. Very exciting news for those of you who have the card, or for those who are thinking of getting the card, or may now even get the card because you see these changes and it's been made better. It's a rare class these days of issuers making their cards better, as you've seen in past videos, especially just before the new year. BMO has been changing their cards more negatively. Last year, I think we saw, Rogers improved some cards. Wealth Simple's been improving their card. I mean, it's still in beta testing. Neo kind of did the same. They when they first came out with their World Elite Mastercard and World Mastercard, they kind of were testing it out in the market. It wasn't available to everybody, and people gave them feedback, so they made it better. So it's a rare class. It's happening, but in general, for the most part, if you've been in the industry as long as I have, most of the times when they say there's enhancements or changes, it's the complete opposite. They're not enhancements, they're negative changes. But not the case here with TD. Now, speaking of that, there are additional changes, as I mentioned, 2 additional TD cards. All enhancements to these cards outside of interest rates being raised and some additional fees. But so like the other TD Rewards cards, like the TD Platinum or just TD Rewards, their base entry card, their cashback cards, are getting increased earn rates. So for example, public transit purchases get added as well. So like the cashback Visa Infinite's going to see 3% there. TD Platinum Travel, 4.5 points per dollar. Streaming, digital gaming, media purchases, those are being added as well. Drinking establishments being added to the TD Platinum Travel, TD Rewards, not to the cashback cards though. And then EV charging as well is being added to the cashback cards, 3% on the Visa Infinite, and also all the TD Aeroplan cards will get increased earn rates for EV charging. They're all going to earn 1.5 Aeroplan points per dollar spent. So all across the board, basically good changes from TD. Kudos to them. Now on to some quick credit card notes before we move on to loyalty and travel news. So this week we posted about the 70,000 Avion Points bonus from the RBC Avion Visa Infinite Privilege Card. We've talked about this offer before, just not even too long ago. That offer was set to end this month, but RBC has changed it and they've opened it up indefinitely. There's no expiry date on this offer for the time being, so it's always going to be 70,000 points until they say otherwise. This is great news from them. This is a good injection of points if you're looking for a big amount of points. I won't go into details here. You'll find the link to the blog post in the description below, or I'll put a link to the video where we have covered this 70,000 bonus points offers. You can learn more about it as well. Speaking of RBC, if you have your eyes on the other Avion cards or the Ion cards, wait until the end of the month before you apply for them. That's all I'll say. And I know I mentioned this last week, but I'll give you a quick reminder again, and that is the offers on the Platinum card and the Business Platinum card from American Express. They have their biggest bonus points ever of 140,000 and 150,000 points respectively. Those end on January 28th, and I fully recommend getting them by January 28th if you've had your eye on applying for one of those cards. So just be sure you do so by that date. Before we continue to loyalty, rewards, and travel news, if you like today's content, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to our channel if you don't do so, hit that notification bell so you're notified when we post new videos, share the video with friends, family, coworkers, enemies, you name it, anybody you think who can benefit from the topics we cover in these videos, and leave us a comment in the comment section below if you have any questions, concerns, or just want to say hi. All right, now into loyalty, rewards, and travel news. So let's get right into that air miles redemption thing I was mentioning for February. So coming soon, you're going to be able to earn up to 40% bonus miles when you redeem your miles for travel via Air Miles. So this is their next big travel redemption offer. We saw a couple of these towards the end of 2024, and this is the next one for 2025. This one is limited to their elite members though, Gold and Onyx collectors only. So when you redeem Dream Miles for travel, you will receive bonuses, 30% bonus miles for Gold, 40% for Onyx. This offer does require opt-in. You can opt in already on the Air Miles website or the app, and is good for bookings made with Dream Miles for travel between February 1st and 28th for travel that's completed by August 31st, 2025. So they said Gold collectors will earn up to 30% bonus miles, up to a total of 450 bonus miles. That means if you redeem 1,500 Dream Miles, you'll get 450 back. If you only redeem 1,000, you'll get 300 back, so on and so forth. If you redeem more than 1,500, you'll only get that maximum of 450 miles. Onyx collectors, it's a 40% bonus, and they are capping you at 650 bonus miles for the promotion. So that's 1,625 Dream Miles as a maximum in terms of redeeming. You can redeem more than that, of course, but you'll only get the bonus for that amount. And then, of course, you'll earn all your basic earn rates if you have any cash portion, because they do allow cash plus miles redemptions. So you can earn your miles for that as well, depending on your elite level. And also, if you have one of the BMO Air Miles cards, you can earn accelerated earn rates for the cash portions put on those cards as well. And unlike some of their past redemption offers, this one's open on all travel you book through them. A lot of the past ones have not included cruises. This one does include cruises and flights and hotels, car rentals, extras, you name it. Pretty much anything it seems like that you can book through Air Miles travel is up for grabs to get that bonus. Now, next up, we'll go into travel news. JetBlue has announced their second Canadian destination, and they will be flying to Halifax. They're going to be flying there from Boston. It's going to start off as a summer seasonal service. This route will launch, where is it here? On June 26th and run through till September 2nd. It's going to be operated with an Airbus A220. Like I said, this is their second route after Vancouver. They've flown to Vancouver for several years now, so it's great to see them expanding. This is going to be timed perfectly for good connections out of their Boston hub. If you're wondering about points and miles for these flights, JetBlue has their own program, True Blue, but for most Canadians, you're going to be looking at using Avios for these flights. So that's from British Airways, but it's not through British Airways for the actual redemption. It's through Qatar Airways Privilege Club. So what you're going to have to do is take your RBC Avion rewards points, your American Express membership rewards points, convert those over to British Airways Club, and then transfer from British Airways Club over to Qatar Airways Privilege Club, and then you can redeem them for your JetBlue flights. So that's one option. Of course, you can always use your credit card proprietary programs, cashback, you name it. Well, cashback is you book your flights and then you have your cash in your pocket. You know what I mean. There's a lot of options for redeeming points on these JetBlue flights. And now we'll continue on with even more route news, and that's American Airlines. They're expanding a lot of their summer service to Canada for 2025. So we see 3 new routes. We're going to see Halifax to Chicago, Quebec City to Dallas Fort Worth, and Calgary to New York LaGuardia. What is interesting is all these flights will only operate once per week on Saturdays during the summer season. Now, American Airlines tends to do this, and if the flights do well, then the following year they'll increase, and that's what they're actually doing to some routes that were introduced last summer, or some of their existing routes. They're increasing service on flights between Canada and US. Some of those include like Calgary to Charlotte, Montreal to New York LaGuardia, and Quebec City to Philadelphia, just to name a few. All of those will be seeing increased service over the summer. So more options for you to earn American Advantage miles, British Airways Avios, you name it, whatever you credit your One World flights to. Alaska Airlines Mileage Plan's another one, and same for redeeming all those miles and Avios from different programs, from One World programs. Your proprietary credit card programs work on that as well. And American Airlines is also one of the ones you can book through Air Miles, so you can use your Air Miles for booking these new or expanded flights from American Airlines. And that's it for loyalty and travel news. So that's going to take us right into this week's bonus blast. This is where we give you a quick look at some bonus points and miles offers where you can earn more miles, more points, and more rewards. We'll start this week off with Air Canada Aeroplan. They are offering up to 2 times Aeroplan points on flights to sun destinations. So this is sun destinations in the US, Mexico, and the Caribbean. You'll earn 1.5 times points for economy class, 2 times points for premium economy or business. All you have to do is register and book by February 20th, and it has to be new bookings. Any bookings prior to when this promotion started do not count. So it's new bookings only, and it's valid for travel until February 28th and also between April 1st and May 31st, 2025. Then there's another Air Canada Aeroplan bonus, and this one is 2 times Aeroplan points for stays at Coast Hotels. So we brought you last week, Coast Hotels offering 2 times Coast Rewards points for their stays. They're also offering double Aeroplan points for stays at their hotels in Canada and the US. Basically, what you have to do is join Coast Rewards and set Air Canada as your earning preference. Now, they also allow you to just show your Aeroplan card at check-in, and you can give them your Aeroplan number there, but it's probably easier if you join Coast Rewards. You might as well, because you get entered into that Tokyo contest we brought you last week about from Coast Hotels. So by joining Coast Rewards, you can enter their contest and then just set your earning preference to Aeroplan, and you can earn 2 times points on the Coast Hotel stays. Next up, another Canadian hotel program, one we've never talked about in This Week in Rewards, and it's actually been quite a few years since we talked about them on the Rewards Canada website, and that's CanAlta Hotels, CanAlta Rewards. So they have hotels in Alberta, in Saskatchewan. I'm not sure if they're in Manitoba. I know definitely Alberta and Saskatchewan. Their CanAlta Rewards program is offering 5,000 bonus points for stays at their flagship CanAlta Lodge in Banff. So in the mountains here, so if you want to go skiing, this is for weekday stays. So Sunday to Thursdays, you can earn 5,000 bonus points and save 10% on rates up until April 30th. So a great little deal if you're looking to do a little skiing and looking for somewhere to stay. You can earn some extra CanAlta Rewards points just for doing so. Sticking with Alberta, another hotel bonus, this time from Marriott Bonvoy. You can earn 4,000 bonus Bonvoy points for stays of 2 or more nights at the very nice, very luxurious Dorian Hotel in downtown Calgary, or its sibling property in the same building, the Courtyard Calgary downtown. So they're offering 4,000 bonus points for stays of 2 or more nights. Simply book and stay by March 15th to earn those bonus points. And the last bonus we're going to look at is from American Express Membership Rewards. They're offering 30% bonus points when you redeem points for their flexible travel booking option. So that's where you basically use points against the charge, but it's a little different because it's actually booked through Amex Travel, so you're doing it right at the time of booking, but you choose the flexible, not the fixed points, and they're going to give you 30% back on whatever you redeem for your travel, up to 30,000 points total in terms of bonus points, what they would add. So if you redeem 100,000 points, they're going to give you 30,000 back. This offer is available for bookings made by February 28th, 2025. It's a great option, especially for Platinum card holders with the International Airline Program. So the International Airline Program gives you discounts on premium cabins on major airlines from around the world, including Air Canada, Delta, Air France, KLM. But what is also notable is it gives you discounts on WestJet Economy Class outside of Ultra Basic. I put a good example of this in the blog post, so check out the link below if you want to learn more about this offer from American Express Membership Rewards. And that's all she wrote for this week. Be sure to check out rewardscanada.ca on a daily basis if you can, our socials on a daily basis, because there is so much more we put on the website and our socials that isn't covered in our video. And those short-term offers that are 1 or 2 days flash offers, they may not even make it into our weekly newsletter. But at the very least, you should be subscribing to that newsletter because it gives you a roundup of everything we've covered. It comes out every Friday. And then on Saturdays is our bonus bulletin. That's where we list all the bonus miles and points offers we added to the website for the week, whether it's for flights, hotels, car rentals, shopping. No other resource in Canada provides you this many details about this many offers. They are your ticket to earning more miles, more points to get you more rewards. Thank you everybody for tuning in. Have yourselves a great weekend. I'll talk to you next week. Bye-bye.